Welcome to the Thrive Club Co podcast. This episode that you're about to listen to is from the archives before our rebrand to Thrive Club Co. But the message we delivered then is still aligned with our core mission and core message today. Enjoy. Episode 10, Beginning Meditation and Affirmations. Hey everyone, I'm your host Jordan Jade, and you're listening to the It's a Thrive podcast, where we dive headfirst into the good, bad, and the ugly of healing journeys, from overcoming mental blocks and conditioning to using neuroplasticity to rewire our brains. I invite you to join along and go from just surviving to absolute thriving. Let's dive in. Again, welcome back, everyone. It's your girl Jordan here, and we are kicking off a new month, the beginning of March, with episode 10, and we're going straight into beginning meditation and affirmations. We've been ending every podcast episode so far with guidelines of affirmations based on the topic of each episode. And I wanted to do something a little bit different now with the new season that we're approaching, just the new month, have something fresh in mind and mix up our episodes just a little bit. It's going to be a slightly shorter episode where we're just diving into the basics of beginning meditation and beginning affirmations. And I know I've talked to y'all so much about this. The idea behind meditation and affirmations, I think, can be a little daunting for people because sometimes there's a negative connotation around people who meditate or an idea of meditation. But meditation can be very unique from person to person, and how it helps them and quiets the mind and brings you into a present state is the whole purpose. Kind of like last episode where I was talking about journaling, for example. A lot of the reason why people just don't start journaling is because they don't know where to start or what they should do. Similar to meditation and journaling, you're not being graded on it. It is entirely for you and what works for you. And there's a lot of great resources and guidelines along the way. And one of the biggest roadblocks for beginning to meditate is the fear of silencing the mind, right? Especially for people who are hyperactive or even have obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD like myself. The thought of quieting your mind down can feel like a daunting feat to try and attempt. When I first started meditating a couple years ago, and I kid you not, this is part of my story, I started with meditating for 5 seconds every day because that was the most that I could do. And through time, with consistency, trained my mind, rewired my mind using neuroplasticity to meditate for longer and go deeper. So it doesn't have to be anything fearful in the beginning of how do I meditate and actually quiet my thoughts finally. So we're going to get right into it then and go straight into some basics beginning of meditation. First off is going to be breathing, being able to truly get deep breath, get the oxygen flowing into your body. Taking deep breaths, not so much from a shallow point where a lot of us breathe from the chest and it can be shortness of breath, quick breaths, a lot of tension. Doing diaphragm breathing comes more from the stomach. So finding a place where you can set your tone. If you can get into a quiet room or a quiet scenario, that is ideal. And if you can't, being able to still be mindful of yourself even amongst others or in a busy environment. But controlling your breathing will be the first step in really quieting your mind, because diaphragm breathing does not necessarily come easy. You have to really think about it when you're doing it until that becomes natural to you over time. But as you breathe in through your nose or in through your mouth, you are slowly rising that stomach rather than the chest. So you're getting deeper breaths in and out, going slowly. And as you're breathing and breathing, that's what you can focus on most rather than letting your thoughts kind of run the show. And second to that, an incredible tool that I learned from Jay Shetty is using a metaphor of having your thoughts and intrusive thoughts, anything that is distracting you as these thoughts are creeping in during an attempt of meditation, right? You think of these thoughts as sailboats. So as you're getting into your meditative space, you close your eyes and you're breathing or lowering your gaze. As you start to breathe, it's natural. We have thousands and thousands of thoughts. So it's natural and that's okay. But as you close your eyes, imagine you are looking out into the ocean. You're on the water and all you see is the horizon of water in front of you. And as each and every thought comes into your mind, picture that thought as a sailboat. So as it's crossing your path, you cannot get distraught or disgruntled and say, no, I'm having a thought. My meditation is ruined. Instead, observe it. Being the observer keeps you calm and present in the moment to breathe through your thoughts and experiences. So to observe this sailboat metaphorically as your thought as it's sailing in through your mind as you're picturing it. And just observe as it's sailing away out of the picture, out of your peripheral mind view, into the horizon until it gets smaller and smaller. Using this visual element and identifying these thoughts as an image, as that sailboat, you can actually view it leaving your mind and crossing away. And there may be a lot of sailboats at one point too, right? As thoughts and thoughts keep creeping in, then that's okay. There can be a lot of sailboats, but as you one by one picture them crossing your mind into the horizon as they slowly go away. Having visual aids will be a critical element in silencing that noise and being able to decrease those intrusive thoughts that pop up during meditation practice. And meditation doesn't have to be something that is extremely long. It absolutely can be, but 100% don't discredit someone who is just beginning to meditate and starts with those 5-second increments or 30-second or 1-minute increments. Even building up to a 5-minute increment is a huge deal. So don't get discouraged that all because you see other people doing 20, 30 hour-long meditation sessions, that it diminishes having those shorter ones, because truly it's that consistency and being able to, during times of stress or those pivotal moments throughout the day, to tap back into your senses, to come home to yourself, to come home to your mind and body, to silence the noise around you and within your mind, to tap into that essence of meditation whenever you need it most, not having it be something that is hours and hours on end. And a couple of recommendations to share as well that I'll add into the show notes, but Tara Brach has some incredible resources, and she even has some basic meditation. When I was first learning how to meditate, my therapist had recommended using her RAIN method and practice through healing through really difficult emotions and hard times. But Tara Brach has an excellent website that goes through even minute meditations. So it's a great starting point as well. So I'll link that in the show notes, something that definitely helped me progress to where I'm at now. And whether you've been meditating or thinking about meditating, or this is your beginning point to start meditating, we're going to dive into the affirmation perspective of today's episode. Y'all know I'm all about the affirmations. That is what It's a Thrive is completely built on, using that neuroplasticity, rewiring our brains, saying those mantras, those affirmations, those I am statements to rewire the synapses of your brain, to restructure them to more positive habit thought formation patterns. Everyone's morning can also vary from day to day, but I think it's so pivotal to do your best to start off each morning with those affirmations in whatever time constraints that you have. Being able to say them while you're getting ready in front of the mirror, while you're driving to work, while you are entering into a meditative space, whatever the method is, use it and incorporate it. So I'm going to slow the pace down just a little bit, because I'm going to invite you to, in a few moments, to close your eyes and to start just breathing. Using these affirmations for a month, every single day, it will do incredible things, changing your mind, your perspective, your clarity, your self-esteem. You're absolutely welcome to use all of the statements that I'm going to say now and repeat them back to yourself, or adjust them accordingly to how they fit you specifically. So settle in to where you're at now and close your eyes. Start to breathe a nice deep breath in and out. Take a breath in. Feel the top of your stomach raise, not your chest, and exhale it out as your belly lowers. And one more time, take a nice deep breath in. I find it helpful to put your hand over your stomach, feel that belly breathing in, and exhale out now. And if it's available to you, close your eyes or lower your gaze. Continue to breathe in and out at a natural pace and repeat after me. I am so happy and grateful now that I love and respect myself. I am so happy and grateful now that I choose to live my life every single day and thrive. I am so happy and grateful now that I am divinely guided in all that I do. Thank you for removing all inside of me and all within my life that does not serve my highest self or my highest purpose. Thank you for putting me in the rooms, opening the doors, and surrounding me with the people aligned for my highest good. Thank you for showing me peace and purpose and presence. I am grateful for the abundance that is already in my life, and I open my arms to receive all the abundance that flows to me now. I am loving. I am confident. I am strong. I know who I am, and I love who I am. I am eloquent. I speak clearly, and I am heard. I matter. I am creative. I am successful. I am educated. I am loved. I am caring. I am kind. I am confident in speaking my truth. I am an amazing and active listener. I am an amazing friend. I am an amazing partner. I am safe. I believe all the good within me and all the good that is coming to me now. I am grateful for all parts of me and all of my life now. I set my intention today to think, to speak, to believe, to be my highest self and my highest purpose today. I know who I am, and I love who I am becoming more and more every single day. And continue to breathe. Let the words that you're speaking into existence sink into you as you offer thanks and your gratitude to whoever or whatever your highest power is. As you connect to your highest and your future self, you can put your hands over your heart and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your eyes slowly. You can put your hands over your heart and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly open your eyes. I encourage you to try that affirmation and speak it into existence every single day for the next 30 days and truly watch how your life changes. I'll type in all of the affirmations into the show notes as well, so that way you can copy and paste it. You can copy and paste it into your reminders to make sure that you are doing your affirmations and watching yourself evolve and grow as you rewire your brain a whole new person. That is a wrap for today's episode 10. Thank you so much for joining in today. I'm so grateful for you to be listening and watching. It is so exciting that we are already at 10 episodes and growing this fostering community of individuals on their own journeys who are ready to take that leap into a place of absolute thriving and living their best life. It is a beautiful thing to be witnessing from this perspective as well. And if you're not already, make sure that you are subscribed. Look forward to hearing any comments. Drop down below and seeing how your meditation and your affirmation journey goes from today and that 30-day period and beyond. And in the meantime, don't forget, it's not just a vibe, it's a thrive, and it's your job to thrive.